Well, good morning, everybody. It's Daybreak here at iFiber One News Radio. This upcoming weekend is a big event, the second annual April Showers. I'm happy to have in studio from the Shelton-Mason County Chamber of Commerce, Heidi McCutcheon in studio with me. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for coming on.
It's my pleasure.
Talking about this second annual event, April Showers, and we're hoping for April sunshine. We'll see what the weather forecast holds.
That's true. Mm-hmm.
So this is the second annual one, and tell me how it got started and tell me about last year's event.
So there was a couple of reasons that we began this event. One, we asked the chamber auction. It kind of seemed anti-mission, ask our members to donate something and then ask them to pay to go and then ask them to buy something while we're there. The chamber is supposed to support the business community.
Yeah.
So we went ahead and got rid of that, but there was a large amount of revenue that came from that. So we talked a little bit about what can we do that's more of a community celebration, and Green Diamond had just allowed access to chamber members for the Mason Lake card. So all chamber members now get a complimentary Mason Lake card. And we said, well, how can we highlight this and yet do something community-based as well? So we came up with the idea to host a Pacific Northwest celebration out at Mason Lake Recreation Area. It's right next to the boat launch, so on the shores of Mason Lake.
Yeah, okay.
We've had a couple of bands and some great food, cold drinks, yard games for the kids, and face painting, and it's just a really fun celebration of all things Northwest.
So the weather last year at this time was beautiful.
It was.
And it looked like some of the photos that I saw from last year that there was hundreds of people that came out.
Yeah, we estimate that there was about 350 people last year. So for a first year event, exceeded our expectations.
Yeah.
This year we anticipate around 500 people, but it's hard to tell and weather dependent.
Yeah.
It could be up from that and it could be down. So. But yeah, we anticipate about 500. The word has spread, so it's right now it's kind of Mason County's best kept secret, but we're looking forward to it.
So who's going to be there this weekend? Got some great bands performing? Or?
Yeah, we've got the Lady Drinks Whiskey, which does rock and roll cover, and then the Varmints, which is a local favorite.
Yeah.
So they'll be rounding out the day. So the event itself is from noon to 5. So the Lady Drinks Whiskey will take the stage at 12:30, and then the Varmints will begin they'll begin set up around 2:30, so probably around 2:45 is when they'll begin.
Did I see that there's going to be some water sports available too?
There are water sports, yeah. Our chamber member, Blue Horizons Paddle Sports, is bringing out her kayak fleet, so she'll have them right there at the dock. At the boat launch, so people can take those out and paddle around and explore the water side as well.
That'll be nice out there, paddling around, listening to the music, coming on
Right.
in, and food and drinks, and family friendly again, I'm sure. So
Absolutely.
let's talk about all that.
Yeah, so we have a number of different food vendors, mainly from Mason County. So we've got people that are doing Reubens and hot dogs for the kids and fresh spring rolls, chips and salsa. There's kind of a grand array of different types of food available. There also is the whole area is kind of roped off as a beer garden. There's not a separate naughty kids area. So you can enjoy yourself. It is family friendly. It's free for kids 12 and under. We have, bubbles for the kids to play with, and bocce ball and croquet, and, all sorts of different things that will keep them. We'll have a bouncy house out there this year as well. So, yeah.
Very cool. All right. So then talk about tickets. I know we can reserve them now. A great way to do it is by calling the chamber office at 426-2021. Looks like there's a general admission, also a VIP admission. What's involved with that?
So the VIP admission gets you front row parking, so you actually are allowed to drive around next to the event. Otherwise, you're kind of left by yourself to fend for yourself in the general parking lot. And it can be a little bit of a walk. We do have a golf cart for seniors and young children if needed. So the Mason County Explorers will be there helping to facilitate the parking and getting people back to the event. But the VIP parking is right next to the event. You get food script, you get a commemorative cup, You get a rain poncho, although hopefully that will just remain in your pocket the whole time.
Keep that somewhere else.
Right. So, and you also get to go to the front of the line. So if you're buying some more food or drink or whatnot, you get to bypass the line and go right up to the front.
That's a pretty good deal then.
Yes.
And especially, I mean, if 300 people showed up last year and thinking probably well over that, depending on weather this year, close parking is a good draw sometimes.
Right.
Okay. Otherwise, general admission now is $5, but it does go up at the day.
That's correct. It's $5 now, or you can pay $7.50 at the door.
So once again, for folks who are hearing about this, they want to come, but they're not quite sure where it is. You head out Highway 3, follow the signs where it says Mason Lake.
Yeah, you take Mason Lake Road, and then it's East Mason Lake Drive West, or maybe I'm saying that backwards, but you'll see signs along the way as well that will point towards a Mason County Chamber event. So.
We're looking at the forecast as of now, looking pretty good. Low 60s with just some clouds. It's a lot better than it has been, I can tell you that much. The second annual April Showers is coming up this weekend, and it is a one-day festival showcasing the best of the Pacific Northwest right here in Mason County. Again, talking with Heidi McCutcheon from the Shelton-Mason County Chamber of Commerce. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
It's going to be a great event.
Hope so.